So a quick continuation for BTC USDD. So we turn on our another tool which will add to the strategy to further explain, where this price, where this baby is going to. When we look back in the month of March 2021, you will find out that price have made a very strong structure worthy of note, and we are going to watch it critically and dissect it to our own advantage. So see here, let's change the color to make it quick as possible. We have here a resistance structure, break of a resistance structure. Price came back on a retest support and made its way up, break of a support structure, resistance. And look at the return. You trace it on the vertical, you will see what price has done. You can see that sell off. So on this structure, you can see the line chart representation in the RSI divergent indicator of this structure. You can see when price broke the ascending trend line, look at the retest, look at the second retest. You can see it from here. When price made its way up to retest the second time, to show you that the head and shoulder structure have been broken. We had a first retest, we had a second retest. The second retest, you can also see it using the vertical line strategy. How price have sold off again. Then this is the structure. This is the ascending trend line. And when price came to the zone again, look at what has happened. The sell off. And look at when we go to the level again. What do we have? Series of red candle. And when we go to the zone finally, then we now have our current all-time high. And price dropped actively. And I expect price to continue to play on this supply structure. This is a supply structure. You can see here a demonstration here. You can see here, let's get it right. You can see here, you can see here. They are playing the same. And we have this ascending trend line. We have this ascending trend line. Price is playing below the ascending trend line. We want price to return. We want a return into the line. That is where we have our supply. So technically, we expect this baby to continue to make its way to this level. If this baby returns here, that will be in the zone of 83,850 into 81,173.3. Look at the structure. So we expect price to return to this level. But if price doesn't return to this level, we look at other possible support resistance structures on the way before getting to the top ascending red trend line, which we have here as a demand, as a supply roof. So this is the supply roof of RSI divergence. This is the most accurate, for me, the most accurate indicator you can find. The beauty of this is still technical. You must understand breakup structure. You must understand SR level. You must understand demand and supply. You must understand breakup structure. You must understand retest to understand RSI divergence. So it just makes a graph for you. So you need to make out whatever you want out of it. So that is what makes it analytical. So we have here the floor, which is what? A demand level. So we have here a demand floor. So we're also going to make a zone out of our demand floor and see how the angle is the same. The angle of our supply roof is the same with the angle of our demand floor. And you can see what happened. We have here a buy. When price returned here, the buy rally started and made another touch, and that was the end. Look at it, support structure, a retest of the support structure, price has left. And price made its way back on a continuous buy, respecting the same ascending trend line, acting as a demand floor for uptick. So when price returned to the demand floor, it had a double confluence. What is a double confluence? We have a structure here, a support structure, break of a support structure, retest. So when price came back, it became retest 2. So let's label it RT and reduce. So we have it as RT, price return as RT, double confluence. Double confluence brought in the much needed impulse leg that kept the buy buyers intact. And when price returned here, it upswinged again, the beginning of a heavy rally. We had a double confluence here, an ascending structure acting as a demand floor on ascending manner, meet a horizontal broken structure, the support structure, break of a support structure, retest, serving as supply, break of a supply rules, return as demand. In this case, we had a double confluence, the final buy trigger warning. So when we send final warning, because we look out for a breakout. And when we look out for a breakout, we look out for multiple confluence. If the breakout is authentic or a fake breakout. Even for a fake breakout, we can also spot a fake breakout using the strategy. In fact, the strategy accommodates every fake breakout because it follows the structure of the market. So you continue to track the structure of the market until the market does what it wants. The reason is because it relies on supply and demand principle. So even when you think it's a fake out, you look at it, is it on demand phase or on supply phase? So when price returned here, the heavy bullish rally started to go complete the roof. This become an ascending channel. So you can see when price returned here, we had a sell. Look at it, you can see a sell candle. But the sell candle didn't make its way down because we already have a structure. It broke a structure. It broke a structure from way down. When you look at it, you see price broke it, then started playing. What happened? A resistance structure was broken now to become a demand floor. So because price had tapped into a demand zone, it cannot go back again. It cannot go back because we are on impulse leg. Look at our impulse leg here. We got our impulse leg from here. And you see our impulse leg correspond also to another demand floor which we have from the main chart. So price continue to play itself, but you see on the upper side we have a green structure, a green resistance structure. Break of that green resistance structure, we expect price to return on a retest. Look at when we return. When we returned, we respected the structure. Look at what happened. When price returned, after creating a series of descending trend line on a weekly close, if you look at it, you will see the buy presence respecting the structure. Look at it here. Can you see it? Can you see the buy? When price, this chart, look at the green line, a resistance structure, break of a resistance structure. So let's point it and see when the structure was broken and possibly look at the retest. Look, this is the structure that was broken. And you see from our line chart, this structure was broken. What structure was broken? A resistance structure, a bearish resistance structure. So price came back on retest. Look at the retest. And when you look up to the main chart, there are clean correspondence. So at this level, we expect price to return to this green horizontal structure. Now acting as for supply because what? The support structure has been broken. So market now is facing a supply gang. The supply gangs are waiting here and they have a double confluence, From the top side, you see a resistance structure, break of a resistance structure, retest, and when price return, messed the structure up, but couldn't make its way past because the bears are waiting on this line due to the price action from here. So if we take note of these two structure on the line chart, and we can tell, so this is what happened. So this structure, when price return here, price has sold off. If you take your line chart to see if you have a corresponding sell-off on the retest to this level, you see another sell-off creating a weekly descending trend line the second time. And when we move further, as price continued to move, we broke a structure. What structure was broken? An ascending support structure acting as demand floor. Look at it, a bullish impulse. Here, price bought. The two have formed an ascending trend line, giving us a very sweet zone. And when price broke this structure, what structure was broken? A demand floor. A demand floor now becomes what? A supply roof. So when price came back on retest, you can see what happened. What happened? Have they sold off? Yes, they sold off the third time. You can see the sell off the third time. So now on technical, we have a floor, a black support structure. What support? Look at the support structure, break of a support structure, retest. Now supply, break of a supply roof now becomes demand floor. Price return again on demand. Do you see what happened? Did they buy or not? It is not manipulation, it is structure. So when they return here, what did they do? They buy. So we look at it again. On the same floor, it has been a buying floor before the final impulse leg and price have left. So on technical, we expect price to return to this black ascending trend line, a previous support structure broken now to become a resistance structure and also a supply roof. So I want to tap into this level based on the structure of the market. So if price comes here, we expect a very strong bearish price action to be triggered at this level. We expect it based on the technical, based on technical. So it will come here. If you look at the structure, support structure, support structure, support structure, break of a support structure, retest one. So we expect another retest two. And the second retest two, already having a breakout from a descending trend line, a weekly descending trend line. So price may continue to make its way up to get to the previous all-time high. So if price gets to the previous all-time high, it will coincide with price getting to this level. So it will be a double confluence. So this is the strategy, how we combine RSI divergent technically, not blindly, technically, to make a prediction in the market. So we look at it, this price will be holding price, and we hope to see how it plays into this net. If it comes here, we want to see a second retest to a broken support structure, now a resistance structure. But however, if the impulse leg strong enough to break this structure, then it makes a way for further uptick. So the further uptick to complete this channel will be a push, will be an usher time into a supply roof that completes the neckline that was broken in 2021. We had a head and shoulder structure. The head and shoulder structure was broken, tested the neckline one, tested the neckline two. We tested the neckline again in the month of March. I expect price to return in this month. So it's going to coincide. So we're going to have double confluence, a double confluence, price returning to the roof on RSI divergent indicator strategy, and price returning to the main chart, which will be in the zone of 83,891 into 81,173. You can't get anything less from this. This is the structure of the market. So graphically, we explain the market using the line chart, using the bar chart. So they're both speaking the same thing. The price action is the same. So let's see if this is for reference, and we'll see how it plays out at the end of the day. So this is what the structure is saying. So for you to have any meaningful sell, allow price to return. Allow price to return to the supply roof. We have supply roof one, we have supply roof two. The ultimate supply roof is a current all-time high. At that level, you have the RSI showing almost a 99.79 in its reading. So we expect price to pull up to this level for us to have a sell. If you look at the structure, after the breakout, we have retest one, retest two, retest three, retest four, retest five. We want a retest six in the ascending supply roof. So this is what Shavy FS Hub strategy is all about, using the market structure and And we look at the market, we look at SR level, we look at the RS level, we look at the breaker structure, we look at the retest level, and we try to see how it's paired in a divergent manner and make critical decisions based on the structure